coaches. Then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
This is Raiders Allegiance with Lunatic Raider. Welcome to the dark side.
Good morning, Raider Nation. What is up with y'all this morning? I decided to go ahead and get at you guys and let's talk some Raider football. Off the field, on the field, all that. But right now, man, it's like there's a little bit of rumors hitting the rumor mill as far as Mr. James Bradberry of the New York Giants supposedly soon to be released, and they said that the Raiders are expected to show interest. What says you, Raider Nation? What do you feel? Is this something the Raiders need? Is this something that the Raiders don't need? What say you? Let me know, Raider Nation, what's happening. Shout out to everybody that's out there in the chat, man. Thank you for pulling up. 2 red rings in the house. Man, I'm about to start doing mornings. Red 2 rings. I'll be up already. I work late night. I work overnight, so I get off early in the morning. Bam! Early in the morning, we doing this shit. You feel me? And I'm calling it Good Morning Raider Nation. This is the show to wake your ass up, whether you're drinking coffee, your tea, whatever it is you get up in the morning to do before you get ready to hit that work line or whatever it is that you do. Man, wake up to me, your man, Lunatic Raider, Raiders Allegiance. Good morning, Raider Nation. We're doing it live and direct. Early in the morning. I hope you guys are awoke. I know you guys are ready for this Friday. Get it over with so you can enjoy your weekend. I feel you. I feel you. I'm on that same shit. Shout out to Daryl. Man, thank you for pulling up, my brother. Thank you. Good morning to you as well. Man, we about to do this thing early in the morning. You know what I mean? We got Callie in the building. That's right. Thank you for pulling on up. Come on, everybody. I know it's early in the morning. You need something to get you stimulated and ready to go. I'm here to do that. You know what I mean? I'm up with y'all. Man, I haven't been to sleep yet, so once I knock this out, I might go ahead and catch a few Z's. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, we're discussing James Bradberry, potential release of the New York Giants. With that being said, I myself really believe that the Raiders should take a look at him to put him at corner. We're not knowing exactly the time frame of who is it? Who just had surgery? Damn it, I'm drawing a blank. See, I told you I ain't been to sleep yet. I've been up all night, but I'm here for you guys, working for you guys, bringing y'all the news, bringing y'all the rumors. What's really going on for real, man? Tyron Mullen. We don't know the timetable. I heard this is just minor surgery, maybe corrective surgery that he has to have on his foot. Nothing that should sideline him any long specific time. But I do believe, and I know that Bradberry is an upgrade over him. It's not saying that he's no good, because I'm knowing the way I'm looking at the defense, the way Graham is Patrick Graham, that is building this defense. The positions on the field on defense are not just defense. I'm offense as well. I'm gonna go over the you know what I mean, the positions that I'm gonna get to in a minute. What I'm trying to say is there's positions on a football team that directly and indirectly gets most of the injuries. That's going to be the trenches on defense as well as offense, as well as your running backs. Those are the ones that get the most injuries. Now, when I sit back and look at exactly how this Raider team is being built, they're being built with depth on the line, offensively and defensively, as well as the running backs. which makes sense. You know what I mean? These are your rotationals. This is where if you get an injury, next man up. Next man up. A lot of the skill positions at wide receiver, tight end, you get injuries, but not as often as offense, defensive line, and running backs due to the rigors of the NFL. And that's where a lot of your meat and potatoes, what I mean by that, 300 plus linemen, you know what I mean, are on the line on both sides of the ball. And running backs have to go behind the offensive line as well as through the other team's defensive line, which, like I said, 300 plus pounds. So you get a lot of injuries. That's why I see there is a lot of depth this year at those positions, offensive, defensive line, running backs. And it makes sense. It makes sense. Secondary, you're going to need depth as well. That's only to relieve each other. Plus, it depends on the defense that you're going to roll out facing whoever's offense. So Patrick Graham says that we play all defenses, and I believe that. I would put it in the category of being an amoeba defense, which can change and keep defense or offensive or offenses guessing what you are running. I like that. I like that whole concept of being able to be flexible to change with your opponent. Always keep your opponent guessing. That's the bottom line. Always keep them guessing. Never let them know what you're doing. Keep them on their heels, because as long as they're on their heels is another second or two that they have to sit and figure it out. You know what I mean? That's the time you need to make a play. But with Mullins, like I said, the surgery is nothing major from what I'm hearing. But at the same time, Bradbury is an upgrade over him. And as Ziegler and McDaniel stated, that every position, if it's an upgrade for the team, is up for it. You know what I mean? There's competition all up and down the board, which brings out the best talent to put them in the starting lineup. That's obvious. That's obvious. But Bradbury, hands down, is better than Mullins. I'm not saying Mullins is trash, but I'm saying Bradbury is a much better option than Mullins is. And the way I'm seeing this defense being built, they're building this defense to get turnovers. Because I'm looking at the positions that they're filling. I'm looking at the background of these players that they're getting to fill these positions. And I'm like, these are ball hawks. Look at the draft. They go after like the undrafted guy out of is it Butler out of Arizona State that was under Antonio Pierce at Arizona State, and now Antonio Pierce is our linebacker coach. I think Butler's I got his name somewhere. But Butler, if I'm correct, he's a ball hawk. I watched this film at Arizona State, and this boy, I'm not gonna say boy, this young man gets after it. He gets after it. He has a good sense and nose for the ball, and he gets turnovers, and he's all over the field. I love this dude's athleticism. I love his awareness on the field. I love the fact that he pays attention. You know, if you are a ball hawk, you pay attention, and that's meaning the quarterback. And I love the fact that he reads the quarterback's eyes, because I watched this man's tape, and I'm telling you, he gets after the ball and he gets interceptions for a linebacker. He's quick. I love this dude. And I'm telling you, if any of the undrafted free agents make the team, I'm feeling he is one of them. He will be one to make the team. And I'm not even speaking as far as practice squad. I'm speaking the 53-man roster. I think this man has the it factor to make this team. And that's what I'm expecting him to do. He's going to push the needle. There's going to be other guys on this team that you better come into camp ready to bust your ass, because this young man is going to come and do the same thing because he's trying to make the roster, and I believe he has the talent. He might be undersized. Some people call him undersized, but You need that speed at linebacker in this, because look at the speed on the offenses these days. You know what I mean? You have to be able to counter that with your defensive players in certain key positions to be just as fast, if not faster, to go ahead and lock onto their target. That's just what it is. So I'm comfortable. I don't care about the size. Size for what? What? You're not going to go tackle a 300-pound running back. You know what I mean? Of course, you got an offensive line, but so does everybody else. I mean, that offensive line got to go heads up with our defensive line. So you just got to fill the gaps. That undersized shit for linebacker, it doesn't make sense. Undersized for what? Who are they trying to tackle? Who? If you got a linebacker that's about 230, 6 foot, that's not a bad thing. That means he can be more fluid within the defense because he doesn't carry a lot of weight. You know what I mean? And sometimes it can work in his favor as far as being hidden behind the defensive line, because you got these 6'6" dudes, 6'5" dudes, 6'4" dude, and you got a linebacker that's 6 foot but about 230, and you're not knowing where this missile is coming from. You know what I mean? It has its positives. You know what I mean? It's not a negative thing. Shout out to everybody that's in the, man, thank you for pulling up. Robert Pena in the house. Thank you for pulling up, my guy. Man, for real, for real. Dominique 5. Hey, I got you guys up this morning, huh? I got you guys up this morning. Surprised you like, Lunatic is up this early? Yeah, because Lunatic ain't been to sleep yet. Bam. There go my advantage. I got off work early this morning, and I'm up still. So I don't have to go to work tomorrow. So guess what? I'm here. I'm sacrificing my sleep for Raider Nation. Let that shit be known. Let that shit be known. I'm not your typical. I'm not your average. I'm cut from a whole different cloth. You know what I mean? I'm here with y'all. Up early. You know what I mean? Not even up early. I've been up. You feel me? I went to work last night and I got off this morning. Here I am with my Raider Nation family. Man, like I always say, you guys, without you, there's no me. And without us, there's no nation. We stand alone in this shit. I'm messing with y'all. I'm fucking with y'all. I love y'all. We're family. We're family. We don't know each other. You know of me and I know of you, but we don't know each other. But how many family reunions have you got together and meet family that you've never met before? One day we'll meet. One day, if you guys didn't come out here for the draft, there's always going to be another opportunity. And like I said, I'm the most approachable person you will meet. Man, I'm telling you, come on. Come on. If you drink, man, let's get a drink. Let's party. Let's celebrate this nation. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, I got a good feeling this season. Hey, we're headed in the right direction, you guys. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Thank you for pulling up on me. Navy Vet 44. What is up with you, man? Thank you for pulling up. For real. I'm going to tell you, the thing that I like the most about our fan base is the fact that how we get along. It doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, what religion, what race, what ethnicity, none of that political affiliation. It does not matter. If you got this shield, man, we're the same. We're the same. I love it. I love the fact that you guys get together in the chat. You chop it up amongst each other. That's a beautiful thing with this nation, man. And I'm telling you, there is no fan base better than ours. Hands down. It's not even just saying it to be biased. It's just facts. It's facts. There's no fan base better than ours. We want to hear about our team. We want to understand what's going on, our opinion, just like I want to know you guys' opinion. Feel me? So, I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'm up early in the morning. It don't matter. The sun is up. I hope you guys are going to have a beautiful day. I hope you and your family are blessed. Man, it's another day we wake up to. So we're all blessed. You feel me? But back to the football shit, you know? But yeah, man, the way I look at this defense, and see, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna do a late night show, of course. I do late night every Saturday night, 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Remember that, 2 o'clock a.m. Eastern. It will be the live show with yours truly, Lunatic. What I'm gonna do is this Saturday, tomorrow. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do on tomorrow's show, I'm going to go ahead and look at our draft picks, and then I'm going to analyze the next 2 picks after them at the same position, just to see exactly what our value is. I know a lot of pundits say, oh, they give us a good grade. We graded out on value of picks, but I want to see for myself. I want to go ahead and go in and look at our draft picks and go the next 2 picks after the pick that we've made at the same position and kind of compare, do a comparison of that group and see, did we actually, and it's not really saying that it is or isn't. It's just basically going to let us know what Ziegler and McDaniels, what they see in the pick that we made. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to look at the pros and cons. I'm going to look at the rankings. I'm going to look at all that. I'm going to look at the conference that they played in college. What is the advantage that they have over the pick that we've made? Some of the moves I've seen looks like the Raiders jumped up to grab a certain player so the next team couldn't. You know what I mean? And I think that I know they moved up for White. That makes sense because what Spiller went behind us in the 7th round with Britton Brown. I seen right after we drafted Britton Brown in the 7th round. Guess who was right behind us and drafted a running back as well? The Kansas City Chiefs. So maybe that had some kind of play for them to go ahead and get Brown that they really wanted. I know a lot of people saying, why are we signing all these running backs? And the fact is that, to be truthful, Bolden is the only running back that will be under contract after this season. So every running back on this roster, minus the rookies that we've drafted and the undrafteds that possibly could make the team, out of all the running backs that were on here last season, only one is under contract. The Raiders are playing chess. I'm telling you, they're playing chess. These players that they've gotten at running back are here for a reason, not only to compete, but also as an insurance policy. Because I'm going to tell you, there is no running back on this team that the Raiders will franchise at all. Even Josh Jacobs. If Josh Jacobs go through a season without an extension, there's no 5th-year option, it's going to go by, what have you done for me lately? So he's going to have to produce. But I guarantee you, this team will not franchise any running back. That's Kenyon Drake. That's Jake. It don't matter. Jacobs, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Bolden is the only surefire, and that's not even surefire because they can release him if they want to. You know what I mean? After this year. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that the hit on the cap ain't shit. It's the 2nd year of his deal. So, but with that being said, they had to go out there, and there was running backs that obviously grabbed their attention, that caught their eye, and they made them Raiders. I like Zeus. Those who don't know who Zeus is White out of Georgia. The running back, his nickname is Zeus. I like his whole background. See, a lot of times there's things in life that you go through that develops who you are. You know what I mean? And Zeus, in case you have not noticed or known of his life story, he was born with a cleft lip and palate. Doctors did not give him a chance to survive the birth. You know what I mean? But he did. He ended up getting corrective surgery to fix the problem of the cleft lip and palate. But he did, as a youth, have a speech impediment because of that. So I listened to him talk, and I can still sense the impediment, but that is not a knock on this man's character. For what this man has gone through, and he has the mentality from what he says is to compete and to be the best. Not to be his best, but the best out of everybody he's going up against. This man has a chip on his shoulder. And he's built like, 6 foot, 212 pounds, I think it is. He is a very strong lower body type runner. You know what I mean? Which gives him a lot of push. I don't see him going down. I looked at some of his tape, and first contact, he was getting yards on first contact. Yards after first contact, he was getting that. maybe not big chunks, but with a 4.4 flat 40, he has pull away speed to take it to the house. That's another thing about Zamir White I like. So, and I was looking at also when he got drafted, the next two running backs after him. Like I said, tomorrow night we're going to go over all this. I'm going to have all the information and rundown, but I'm looking at our draft picks and the two picks behind them in the same position, and I'm trying to grade them. You know what I mean? But there's some interesting facts in these numbers on this sheet that I got. And I went through everybody. I went through Parham and the next two offensive guards behind him. There's a lot of telltale information on here, and it kind of gives you a look into the way Ziegler and McDaniels approach the draft and how they seen these players. And then also you got to look at the type of system we're running and how these guys fit what we're trying to do. And I'm telling you, there's some good ass information on here, even as far deep as now, 7th round pick, like I was mentioning about Britton Brown out of UCLA. Even though there was only one running back taken after him in the 7th, but it was very interesting to the fact that running back, the only running back taken after him in the 7th, was exactly behind our pick, which was the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I mean? So they took the running back out of Rutgers. And it's interesting, man, to see how this shit really. In case you don't know, the Rutgers running back was Isaiah Pacheco, and like I said, the Chiefs took him right after we took Brown. You know what I mean? So a lot of this shit is interesting. I'm gonna do some more homework on this and have more information. But tomorrow night, don't you guys miss 11 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, as well as 2 o'clock a.m. Eastern. We are going live tomorrow night, Lunatic from the Asylum. But we're going to discuss our draft picks and the common denominator between them and the same position players that were picked after them. So it should be a very interesting show. Hopefully, I'm going to send out invites. Hopefully, I get some good material of people coming in with knowledge of some of these players that were picked after our players. But I want to do a semi-formal roundtable and just pick everybody's brain of these players that were picked after our picks in the same positions and get an idea of what we're looking for. What was our front office looking for in the draft? You know what I mean? And what was it about a draft pick to make us jump over a team to get them? Because I seen twice, like I said, running backs, twice we picked a running back in front of a team that end up picking a running back after us. So there's some information in here, you guys. Hey, thank you for everybody that's out there in the chat, man. Thank you. Salute to everybody out there, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for pulling up. Man, Robert Pena. Then we got Navy Vet 44, Dominique 5. Man, all of you guys are more than welcome always to pop up. Man, keep hitting up in the chat, man. Right now, we're about 10 deep. Come on in. If you guys are up this morning before you head off to work, whatever it is that you're heading off to, man, I'm here to get you guys going. Let's get pumped up, Raiders. And my neighbors probably heard that shit, but I don't give a fuck. It's still going to be Raiders. You know what I mean? I'm the asshole of the Raider Nation. You got mayors, you got presidents, then you got assholes. I'm the asshole of the Raider Nation, y'all. I make every other fan base just like, I hate that son of a bitch. And I don't blame him. You're supposed to hate this motherfucker right here. You feel me? Get up, y'all. Wake up. Get the sleep out your eye. This is Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got nothing to do. I'm going to get you some Raider news. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to everybody out there in the chat. And speaking of Raider news, in case you guys haven't known or didn't know, that yes, it is true about Honey Badger that the Raiders were one of the teams that were involved in offering him a contract to come sign with the Silver and Black, but he chose to go ahead and go home to New Orleans and play for the Saints. I can't knock a man for that. It was about his family. He got his family back on their grassroots. And man, I wish him all the success. But the Raiders were in the mix. That lets you know the Raiders are, you might not hear stuff, you might not even hear a connection between us and whatever players, but believe there's some kind of connection. Because we've been hitting at this all this time. That's the same way I'm feeling about Bradbury. They said once Bradbury gets released by the Giants, hopefully today, might as well get it over with. They said expect the Raiders to be one of the teams that's going to be taking a good look and maybe trying to sign him. And we know June 2nd is when we get that $19.750 million opens up from the Nassib and the Littleton June 1st designation. You know what I mean? So we're going to reap the rewards from those releases with almost $20 million on June 2nd, which whoever player is out there, there might be one or two players. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's not just free agency you got to pay attention to. Also pay attention to the players that these other teams will be releasing, especially when they're trying to get to the 53-man roster. There will be players that they will release that we're going to be like, oh, get him. Because like I say, anything that can come in and help this team win beyond a first-round exit as a wild card in the playoffs, bring them. Bring them. I posted stuff in some of the Facebook groups, and I see the chit chat going back about. I get one person said that they get tired of hearing every time a player is available, they always attaching the Raiders' name to it or whatnot. Of course, because we're trying to get better. If there is a better option in free agency over what we currently have on this roster, if you do not even try to take a glance at that player, that's lunacy. The whole idea is to make this team as best as we can make it. And that's upgrading every position could be upgraded. If it could be upgraded, look into it. Talk about you get tired of hearing, man, at least they talking about the Raiders and connecting them with other players. How many times before that we couldn't get big names because of the front office or playing at the Coliseum in Oakland because they never, you know what I mean? It's a lot of different factors involved. California taxes, you know what I mean? Now we're in a place in the city that never had a football team. Now they got the Raiders. There's no state income tax, so therefore you keep more of your money, which was, to me, in my eye, is the kind of shifting of the needle that got Adams here. And we can outbid a little bit with Green Bay because Green Bay has state income tax. We don't. So therefore, we can offer him less money, but at the tail end of after all the taxes, he would still get more from us than the team that offered him a little bit more because of the tax factor. That plays a very big part in luring free agents to teams is money. So stop complaining, goddammit. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody out there, man. There's a lot of talent still on. Hey, I already know. There is still some talent out there. And the key, and I just mentioned this, that we still have teams cutting and releasing players as well. Like I said, we're not at June 1st yet. You know what I mean? We're not at June 1st yet. You still got more cuts coming. You know what I mean? And then you figure every week in preseason, this is after June and August, you got to make cuts each week to reach, like you start off with 90 players. I think you got to get to 85 after the first week. But by the time free agency is all said and done, we have to get to 53. So there's going to be some hard decisions amongst these teams to cut whoever. And that whoever could possibly end up with us. Our depth. See, we're looking at offense and defense, but don't forget we have to build a special teams as well. And a lot of these good players that's not starters on defense or offense, some of them will be on special teams. So let's always factor in everything. We're not done. We're not done. June 1st is not it. The draft wasn't it. That's not just draft, undrafted. That's not it. You know what I mean? June 1st, that's not it. You still got roster cuts to get to the 53-man roster, and some big names will be released. I promise. I promise. June 1st, you're going to get good veterans with high contracts that some of these teams is going to want to shed. For instance, we're talking about Bradbury, right? What's the reason why Bradbury's getting released? Is because they couldn't find a trade partner to take on his money. So in order for the Giants to shed salary, they're going to release him. Things like that is going to happen. And that's not just the Giants. Other teams. I read that the Kansas City Chiefs just released 6 players. So teams are on their way. You know what I mean? Especially when you feel that you have a cheaper option with your draft picks as well as undrafted free agents. You know what I mean? It's a cheaper option. So therefore you can shift money around, like the Raiders, for instance. It makes sense to get not free agents, but undrafted free agents as well as draft picks under contract. If you can find some needle in the haystack type players, like, he wasn't drafted, but damn it, let's sign him. Cheap income. Therefore, freeing you up money from someone else who would have took a couple of million, 3 million, maybe, who knows, at whatever position. Now that money, you can start working on other extensions for other players. You still got Renfrow to take care of. I'm knowing Waller going to be taken care of. I'm seeing the indication that he's going to remain a Raider maybe for the next 2-3 years. He's having a house built out here. And we remember last time we talked about houses in Vegas, it was Adams. But everybody was like, oh, Adams, just because he's getting a house built or buying a house out here, he ain't coming. Are you serious? And what happened? Adams ended up, how much was that house? Was that house like $17 million? You're not spending $17 million on a house that's just going to be your getaway house. No, that's going to be your immaculate ass mansion that you're going to dwell in during the season. So they showed the house in Summerlin out here in Nevada that Waller is having built. So it makes a lot of good sense. I can see him staying in. And why would you get rid of him? Well, I remember they were talking about trading him. Waller's on the trade block during the draft. Why? Isn't the ideal on your defense to have as many weapons as possible to go ahead and put a defense in a bind with, okay, damned if you do, damned if you don't. We stack the box against your run game. We're going to get 8 up, man-to-man going up against Adams, Renfrow, Waller, Edwards, whoever else you throw out there. Or if we decide to double any of these receivers and get help on these receivers, that we're leaving the box kind of shallow just to get ran through. I'm telling you, we're going to be putting a lot of defenses in a tight situation, a very, very tight situation where it's going to be, you're going to have to choose whether you want to be stabbed to death or shot to death. You feel me? I know the analogy is a little cruel, but hey, it is what it is. Either you want to be stabbed to death or shot to death. Choose. You can get ran on or you can get ran by. You know what I mean? Choose. And this offense, and they went and solidified the offensive line by going out here getting these damn draft picks to help at guard and tackle. They might not play those positions, but at least the competition is there. And what competition does, it brings out the best. The cream will rise to the top with competition. And these ain't like lightweight competition. This ain't just, we know he's trash, he ain't gonna make the team. No, these are dudes that's hungry. Whether they're draft picks, free agents, whatnot, they're hungry. And I'm telling you, we're going to end up with the best 5 on this offensive line. And that's going to just benefit the passing game, the running game. It's going to benefit everybody. And then those who do not make the starting lineup, look at the depth of the rotation now. You see what I mean? The depth on the offensive line is something we have not had in a long time. Last year, somebody get hurt. We was like, oh no, who are we gonna put there? We didn't. We had to gamble. You know what I mean? Incognito didn't come back after his injury. So now that I understand why they said that every player on the offensive line will be cross-trained to learn every position up and down the offensive line. Because if somebody goes down, and like I mentioned earlier, if you guys listened to me earlier, I said the most injury-prone positions on a football team is the defensive line, offensive line, and running backs. That's who takes the most abuse, are those key positions. So your depth at running back, the offensive line, and defensive line are very important to keep this train moving. Because if somebody goes down with an injury, we don't need to be like, oh shit, he hurt. Check the free agency. No, we don't have to do that. We in-house. We in-house with it. We in-house with it. You know what I mean? Look at the running game. How many running backs we got? And some people want to say it's a slight towards Josh Jacobs, the fact they did not pick up a fifth-year option and they go ahead and draft 2 running backs. It's not a slight. It's protection. It's protection. Now, see, Josh Jacobs got to go out there and bust his ass. But how many seasons have Josh Jacobs been able to play every game in? So, like I said before, our front office is playing chess. See, everybody's playing checkers, except for the Raiders front office. We're playing chess. They're setting themselves up for success. Just in case somebody goes down with an injury, we're not skipping a beat. We're not skipping a beat. If Josh Jacobs get hurt, White, get out there. You see what I mean? It does not stop. Offensive line. Somebody go down and get hurt. Next man up. Depth is a very key thing that you need on a team, especially when you're, because it's a long season. They added an extra game. Not only that, we got 5 preseason games now. So not only do you have a 17-game regular season, but you do have a 5-game preseason. Now, I know the starters ain't going to start maybe the first 2 games. Maybe the second game of the preseason, they'll probably start, but they'll probably get a series in and get pulled. But there's always a chance of injury happening in a series. It only takes one time to get hurt. So we better hope that this team has all the backup that we need. And right now, look at defensive tackle. We went and drafted 2 defensive tackles, but look at free agency. Free agency, we went out there and grabbed some free agent defensive tackles. Depth on both lines of the offense and defense are very important. And I see exactly what we're doing. We're doing that. We're doing that. You know what I mean? Exactly, Robert Pena. You want to keep all your weapons intact. Why if it's like, I don't want to use the analogy with guns, but let's do it. You got 6 in the motherfucking revolver. Why would I want to take a bullet out of the revolver and just have 5? Why? Why I want to take 1 bullet out? You know what I mean? You keep all your bullets in the chamber and you hit that field and you start plucking your targets. That's what you do. That's what you do. And this Raider team, I'm telling you now, this team might be the best Raider team we had. And I'll even say it's better than the 2016 team. You had Crabtree and you had Amari Cooper. Because the reason why I say that is Adams is better than either one of them. You know what I mean? On that team, shit, Renfro. You know what I mean? You got Waller. But Adams is that key factor. He's better than any receiver that was on that 2016 team. And we're talking Crabtree and we're talking Amari Cooper. He better than the matter of fact, he better than both of them combined. Both of them combined. Crabtree was sure-handed, right? And Amari Cooper ran beautiful routes. Isn't that Adams all in one body? You know what I mean? That's Adams in one body. I'm telling you, this shit is gonna be ridiculous when they hit the field, y'all. I'm telling you. Everything gonna be sorted out. It's gonna be set up. Running game is gonna be in perspective. Josh Jacobs is carrying the load. Kenyon Drake is right there with him. But if any one of them two go down, you got backup. You got Bowden. You know what I mean? You got Brown. You got White. I mean, they're building this team correctly. They're doing it right. And it's been a long time since the Raiders have really had a structure in place that can put us in a position of winning Super Bowls. Not playoff games. It's easy to get a playoff game now that they added more fucking playoff spots. But Super Bowls, that is what we're after. And this team is built to do such. You know what I mean? I see it. I see what they're building on defense. They're building a ball-hawking ass defense. They are trying to get turnovers, not stops. Turnovers. The one reason why they brought Chandler Jones here. Do you know why they got Chandler Jones here? Do you know why? And it has nothing to do with Russell Wilson at all. I'm going to tell you because I heard the stories and I heard the interviews. They got Chandler Jones because of what Jones brings to the table is strip sacks. He causes fumbles. Max Crosby causes fumbles. You see what I mean? So now they're going with those on your edge and then in your defensive tackle spots. Look at the defensive tackles that they drafted. You got a 3 technique and you got a nose tackle. Big boy too, but got motors like Crosby and Jones. They are relentless when it's coming to going after the quarterback and getting the ball out of his hands. They are relentless. They are building a team of nothing but hyenas that's out there on the prowl for their next meal. That's all they're doing. The Raiders they know what the fuck they doing, man, and it's just I'm confident in seeing this shit unfold. Like I said, it's been a while. Hey, y'all, none of y'all better be late for work because y'all up here listening to this shit. You know what I mean? I'm bringing it raw and uncut for you. What time is it? I'm not gonna be on here too long. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cut it at 7:30. That should be enough for y'all to down your coffee. You know what I mean? Make sure your kids are on their way to school if you got kids. And if they in school, you know what I mean? Kiss your wife, your girlfriend, goodbye for the day if you got one of them. Hey, welcome. I'm going to start doing this more often early in the morning. I tire myself out so I can get some sleep because I don't sleep 8 hours. I'll probably be lucky to get 5 or 6. But since I don't, I'm rocking with y'all. I'm rocking with Raider Nation. You feel me? Good morning, Raider Nation. How you guys feeling this morning? You know what I mean? We got 8 in here. If this is your first time pulling up to the channel, do me a solid. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and knock the hell out of the notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. Let's get those likes up. Let's get the subscription up, you guys. I'm on my way to 1,000. I'm a few hundred away, but we're climbing. And like they say, slow motion is better than no motion. So I'll take it. You know what I mean? So we're growing. Thanks to you guys, this channel is growing because of you guys. You know what I mean? People they'll come in and stop by. I'm seeing numbers fluctuating, you know what I mean, with the viewership here, but it's all good. Once they get a dose of this lunatic, look like WWE, the lunatic fringe, even though he ain't with the WWE no more, they be like, well, you know about wrestling. Come on now, I can suplex a motherfucker off the top rope and get away and walk away from it and win the match. It's just how I'm built. But man, I'd like to thank everybody of everybody for pulling up this morning. Like I said, I'm not going to do early morning on the weekends, but weekdays, I'm going to do early morning. So we're going to look at about 6:30. I'm going to start dropping these jewels only for an hour, hour show. But yes. Please, if you guys are here and have not heard earlier what I said, tomorrow night, Saturday night, 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern, I go live on Saturday nights. We discuss a lot of things. But the thing that I'm going to break down tomorrow night, like I said, I'm going to go over our draft picks, but I'm going to go ahead and grade them and compare them to the next two players at the same position. So we grab an offensive lineman. I'm going the next two offensive linemen behind them, and I want to, because that means the Raiders could have drafted either the one we got or the two behind them. We had a choice. I want to know why the choice was who we took. So I'm going to do a comparison. We're going to do a breakdown and analysis of every player and compare them to those in the same position that were drafted right behind them. And we're gonna see exactly the direction that we're going in and what it is that Ziegler and McDaniels, what they are looking, and not just them, because we grab defensive players as well. So we're also going to see into the minds of Patrick Graham also defensively, because I know he had some say-so. I know McDaniels just didn't draft, or Ziegler draft defensive players and say, here, make it work. Nah, they talked. And I'm pretty sure that Patrick Graham told them the kind of player he needed to make his defense successful. And they went out there and done it. You know what I mean? Neil Farrell Jr., come on. I can't say much about this guy here. Some of these guys in this whole draft, a lot of good talent got pushed down. That's why there's a lot of good talent that were undrafted. Raiders got some good undrafted talent that do not be surprised if 2 or 3 of these guys make the team. Hands down. I'm telling you, they went out there and got some damn good talent. And I'm telling you, whoever they scouts are, man, salute. Because y'all went out there and did your homework, and y'all went out there and actually signed some damn good-ass players. The wide receiver, Ball State, linebacker, Arizona State, safety, USC. You know what I mean? We went out there and we got some damn good talent. Now all we got to do is just let them compete. It's up to them to make the team. But they did some good shit, you guys. Hey, what do you guys, are you guys familiar with the undrafteds that we have? And if so, who is your favorite to make the team out of those? What undrafted free agent rookie did we sign that opened your eye like, oh, that was a sneaky good signing? You know what I mean? Sneaky good. You know what I mean? Kind of like in the back door, sneaky. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm having fun with y'all this morning, man. I'm glad every one of you guys pulled up. Man, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You just don't know how the nation gets down. We rock with each other. It's silver and black, baby. Silver and black. But man, I got some shit in the works for you guys, man. There's gonna be a whole new intro. As you can see, the background different on this morning. Good morning, Raider Nation. That's I'm gonna hit you with that every early morning during the weekdays. And I want to get you guys up and going. And we got other content creators that's on later in the morning. SC Experience. If y'all ain't up on SC Experience with Eric, check him out. He does morning shows as well. Very good content. And if you're into baseball, they also got the West Coast Dugout. He's a big Dodger fan. Y'all check him out. Subscribe to his channel. Hit like for him. See how we do this? It's a network. We all mess with each other, man. It's lovely. And you guys, we do it for you guys. Like I said, none of us content creators is shit without y'all. I don't care what nobody say. We ain't shit without y'all. Because if y'all ain't watching, who the fuck we talking to? Who the fuck is we doing videos for? Going live at the draft, developing shows. We do this for you guys. So I think if nobody else thanked you, I thank you. I thank you for your presence. For real. Man, that y'all get a big salute out of me. Because like I said, my numbers ain't big right now, but for the numbers I do got, I appreciate one viewer the same way I appreciate 100. Nothing's going to change. And I thank you guys, for real. I'm trying to see if we getting some updates, y'all. I'm getting notifications. I'm waiting to see the Giants say, oh, the Giants have released James Bradberry. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's what the old dudes be like, shit. Oh, shit. Bradberry's a free agent. Oh, shit. But yeah, I'm not seeing, let's see what they say right here. Okay. See, and we were just talking about Bradberry. He's not released. Don't get excited. But let me tell you what I'm just reading right now. It says it's being reported that the Raiders have significant interest in James Bradberry because cap-strapped Giants are expected to part ways with James Bradberry by the end of the week. What's today? The end of the week. It's Friday, right? So if Bradberry gets released, I look to the Raiders making a move. They can't sign him right away unless it's like a cheap deal, because we still have about 5 or 6 million under the cap right now. But June 2nd, that 19.75 comes off. So Raiders in a mix. And don't forget, who was the offensive tackle? And I don't know if we're gonna go after him. God dang it. It's the tackle everybody keeps saying, oh, we need to go Williams. From Buffalo, I think it was. And it's a possibility, but not after the draft. I think the draft kind of like everything is settling now. You see what teams need. You've seen what teams went out there and fixed. So now players, free agent players, they know what teams to go deal with trying to get a contract. Queen Raiderette is in the house. Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning. Thank you for pulling up, dear. For real. Nation's in the house. You feel me? If you ain't got your coffee, man, you need to get your coffee, man, and wake the fuck up, get the sleep all out your eye, and hit this day running. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got nothing to do. I'm bringing you Raider stuff. You feel me? I'm bringing you Raider stuff. You see, I'm up. I ain't been to sleep since yesterday morning. You know what I mean? I've been up since 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I'm rocking with y'all. You know what I mean? If I can do it, y'all can do it. You feel me? Queen in the house for real. Look, I told you, Queen, you got an entourage. Hey, that might be the new series, the next generation of Entourage on HBO, featuring Queen Raiderette and her court. Shout out to all y'all, man. Hey, see how we rock with each other, man? This is a beautiful thing. I love seeing that shit. I love seeing y'all interact with each other. Y'all don't have to talk to me. You know what I mean? I'm here by myself, man. It's all right. You know what I mean? I talk to myself when there ain't nobody to talk to. You know what I mean? It's good. I'm the lunatic. I can do that shit. You feel me? But yeah, shout out to everybody out there, man. We are rocking. Yes, indeed. Early morning, lucky number 7. That's how many people's watching. Like I said, it don't matter if it's 1 or 100. We rock it. Oh, shit, it went to 6. Somebody didn't like that. But anyway, like I said, I'm only doing an hour. We got 6 more minutes, and I'm going to shut it down. And we're going to rock with whoever else is coming on next. You feel me? We got a whole network. The Raiders Network, man, we doing this shit, y'all. And I'm appreciative of you guys pulling up on me. I want to do something different. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do an early morning Raiders show. You know what I mean? For those getting up, y'all might be getting ready for work or whatnot and just want to listen. Man, do that shit. Man, come on, pull on up, man. Like I said, I roll out the red carpet for y'all. Or my bad, silver and black carpet. I roll out the silver and black carpet and make yourself at home. Kick off your shoes. Fix you a drink. Man, Mi casa is su casa. Exactly. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling good. Oh, Dominique, you said I'm hilarious. Hey, I need to get it checked in. I need to go do a Netflix special in my drawers, talk about Good Morning Raider Nation. Cause that, you know what I mean? It is drawers. In my motherfucking drawers and a pair of socks. That's it. I don't need nothing else. Hey, I'll be rocking for real, man. Hey, motherfuckers trip off me, and like I say, it takes a very acquired taste to deal with the lunatic. Hands down. Lunatic is a whole different breed, baby. We does this shit. I see y'all fuck with me, so y'all understand this shit. Y'all understand this shit. Hey, I'm gonna show you how much. Like I said, I ain't been to sleep. And I said, y'all need to get y'all coffee. I'm not drinking coffee. I'm drinking cerveza. Simone. Because my nights is your days and your days are my nights. So it's nighttime. I just got off of work. I left work early. I left at 3:15, but it's almost 7:30 now. But I usually get off at 5:15. You know what I mean? But I'm rocking with y'all. I ain't got to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to shut it down at 7:30. 7:30. You feel me? We does this. Raider Nation. But yeah, like I said, in case you guys did not hear, I'm doing a show tomorrow night, late night, 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 2 o'clock a.m. Eastern. We will be breaking down our draft picks and comparing them with the same position that was drafted behind them, the next two position. To give you guys an idea, we know in round 3 that we got Parham. Parham's listed as an offensive guard. But in that same round behind us, we had the Packers picking offensive guard, as well as the Rams taking offensive guard, one from UCLA, the other one from Wisconsin. So I want to compare Parham with Ryan as well as with Bruss. That's the other two guards' name. See the idea? See where I'm going with this? I want to compare their offensive guards to ours, since we would have been able to have a choice of all three. I want to see, why did we take the one we took? Parham. Why we take Parham? What is the grade, the draft grade of each one of those three young men, and compare them? I'm trying to get into the minds of Ziegler and McDaniels on what it was that they were looking for. So we're gonna dive into that tomorrow night. So y'all come on back tomorrow night. We're going through every round, every draft pick that we have, and we're gonna analyze them as well as the next two players behind them at the same position. So we're gonna rock and roll tomorrow, y'all. We're gonna do this shit. You feel me? Shout out to everybody out there, for real. Thank you guys for pulling up. Yes, I'm doing Cinco de Mayo all weekend. You know, hey, I gets down. Oh, and the Canelo fighters tomorrow night too, and UFC. Yeah, I do more than just football, y'all. Hey, I fucks with UFC and I fuck with boxing hard. I'm talking about where I pass out from being drunk after the knockout or the decision. I don't pass out no more. Shit. I'm a veteran at this shit. I'm new to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. You feel me? But yeah, shout out to everybody out there, man. We rocked again. We rocked this morning, first time. We getting ready to hit 7:30. I'm going to shut it down. Thank you, everybody who pulled up in the chat. Shout out to Big L Raider. Raider 1 is in the house. Man, shout out to Queen Raider Et, Dominique 5. What is happening with all y'all? Robert Pena. Man, Florida Boy in the house. Man, what's happening? For real. M85, what is cracking with you, man? Big L, I already said you too. You know what I mean? But I say it again. The name's so nice, you got to say it twice. What's up, Danny? Oh, shit, Danny. Danny, take your ass to work, man. The fuck you doing in the chat? You got bills to pay, man. Get the fuck out the chat. Go to work. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. I appreciate every one of you. Eugene Powell was in the house. What's happening with you, man? For real, for real. I'm going through the whole list because I know I missed some of y'all. For real, for real. Navy Vet 44, thank you for pulling up. Man, who else I miss? Who the fuck else did I miss? Man, we're going to get everybody. 2 red rings. Man, thank you for pulling up. Daryl in the motherfucking house. Man, I'm so vulgar with it. It's early in the morning. Who gives a fuck? Wake up. It's Friday. You know what I mean? You ain't got no job. You ain't got no, you know what I mean? Hey, like they said.
I'm trying to see what that be like right there. Look, look.
And that's exactly what I'm trying to All right, y'all. I'm Lunatic Raider. Well, Raiders Allegiance, you've been watching. If you ain't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat, man. I appreciate every one of you guys. But as usual, man, I gotta go. See you guys until next time. Tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Pacific, 2 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Remember that shit. Don't forget that shit. Don't have me come back on live tomorrow night and none of y'all motherfuckers is here. We ain't having that shit. Don't be the relative that don't want to come over for the family feast. Y'all can slide on through. All right, y'all. It was nice rocking with y'all. Enjoy your day. May your day go beautiful. May you and your family be blessed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And as always, you know what they say. Raiders! I'm out.